Have you ever found yourself in a situation where words just seem to fall short? Where you're surrounded by people, yet you know that to truly influence or outsmart them, you need something more than just a quick comeback or a clever argument? Well, there's a secret power in silence, an unspoken strategy that has the ability to outmaneuver others without uttering a single word. This is not magic or trickery. It's about mastering the art of nonverbal communication, controlling your emotions, and projecting confidence without saying a word. In today's fast-paced world, we often rely on words to convey our thoughts and assert our presence. We speak to persuade, to influence, or even to intimidate. But what if I told you that there's a way to make a stronger impression without saying anything at all? It's all about understanding the silent cues, the power of body language, actions, and presence. People's behavior, their reactions, and their decisions are influenced just as much, if not more, by what you do rather than what you say. The ability to outsmart someone without speaking a word can be a game changer in both personal and professional settings. In this video, we will delve into this fascinating concept and explore practical, real-life strategies to help you outsmart anyone using nothing but your actions and presence. Whether it's managing high-stakes negotiations, resolving conflicts, or simply asserting dominance in a subtle way, these techniques will elevate your ability to navigate any situation with confidence and poise. Through the power of body language, the calmness of silence, and the strength of your actions, you can shape the narrative and influence the outcome without needing to speak at all. And remember, in the world of the wise, sometimes the strongest voice is the one that stays quiet. Before we dive into these powerful strategies, please make sure to hit the like button, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Deen Xplorers, for more insights like this. 1. The power of silence. There is something very noble about a person who knows how to remain calm, even when provoked. When people insult you, mock you, or try to break you with their words, your silence becomes your shield. Not replying in anger doesn't make you small. It makes you wise. Imagine how powerful it feels to walk away from a fight with your head high and your dignity untouched. This is the power of silence. You don't always need to have the last word. You don't need to prove anything. Your silence, your calmness, and your self-control will say everything for you. In moments of stress and pressure, the tongue becomes the first weapon. We say things we regret. We hurt others. We damage relationships. But the one who trains their tongue and embraces silence becomes untouchable. That person becomes a reflection of the teachings of Islam. When you are silent, you are in control. But when you speak in anger or frustration, you lose your power to the other person. So choose silence, especially when your emotions are high. Let your silence protect your peace. Think about the world we live in today. Social media, endless arguments in the comment sections, loud opinions that have no depth, people shouting to be heard but not to understand. In all this noise, the silent soul shines. You don't need to compete in this noisy race. Be different. Be peaceful. Be someone whose silence is powerful, respected, and admired. When you understand the value of silence, you become calmer. You stop reacting to everything. You stop getting involved in drama. And most importantly, you become closer to Allah. Because silence gives your heart space to think, to reflect, and to remember your purpose. Silence gives you time to focus on your prayers, your goals, and your dreams. It teaches you discipline and patience. So the next time you're tempted to reply, to fight, to argue, to prove yourself, remember this: the strongest person is not the one who can shout the loudest. The strongest person is the one who can stay quiet, keep their peace, and still walk away with honor and self-respect. That's true strength. That's the power of silence. 2. Use your eyes more than your tongue. In a world where speaking is often encouraged, listening, observing, and simply being present are underrated. However, using your eyes more than your tongue is one of the most powerful tools you can develop. In Islam, There's wisdom in being aware of your surroundings and the people around you. It's not always necessary to voice your opinions, but rather, it's more powerful to observe and understand before speaking. Using your eyes means paying attention to what's happening, reading the room, understanding the emotions of others, and gaining insight into situations without rushing to give an opinion. Think about how often we speak without understanding the full picture. We jump into conversations without taking a moment to observe the environment or the people involved. This leads to misunderstandings and regrets. But when you use your eyes, you give yourself the opportunity to reflect before reacting. Sometimes the best response is no response at all. By observing, you give yourself time to think, and that time can change the entire course of a conversation or a situation. Furthermore, when you choose to observe more and speak less, you allow others to reveal their true selves. You stop projecting your assumptions onto others and begin to understand them as they truly are. People often reveal more through their actions than their words. The way someone moves, the expressions on their face, or the tone of their voice tells you everything you need to know. By using your eyes, you become more attuned to these subtle signals. In relationships, friendships, and even business, people value those who listen and observe carefully. It shows wisdom and maturity. If you want to outsmart someone, make them believe they are in control of the conversation, all the while you are silently understanding them. While they speak, you are reading their body language, their facial expressions, and their gestures. This allows you to make decisions based on a deeper understanding of their true nature. When you use your eyes more than your tongue, you gain a sense of humility. You stop thinking that your opinion is the only one that matters. Instead, you listen and observe others. You understand that sometimes people are going through struggles you don't know about, and your words could either ease their pain or add to their burden. Instead of speaking, you choose empathy. Your eyes help you understand the unspoken language of human emotions. 3. Control your facial expressions. In every interaction, our facial expressions speak volumes. They convey emotions, opinions, and reactions before our words even have a chance to form. Whether we are aware of it or not, our faces are constantly telling a story. When we learn to control our facial expressions, we gain not only better self-control, but also the ability to influence others without saying a single word. This subtle power can help us navigate life's challenges more effectively, making us less vulnerable to manipulation and better able to maintain our composure. In Islam, self-control is highly valued. Being able to control one's emotions, especially in public or stressful situations, is a sign of inner strength. Our faces are like mirrors of our souls, reflecting our emotions to the outside world. When we can keep our facial expressions neutral or composed, we maintain the power to manage how others perceive us. For example, the simple act of keeping a calm and serene face in the midst of conflict can often leave others confused or disarmed. This gives us an advantage, as people are less likely to manipulate us if they can't read our emotional state. One of the most powerful aspects of controlling facial expressions is the ability to influence others without saying a word. When someone is upset or angry, you can diffuse the situation simply by keeping your face neutral or offering a calm smile. This simple act can help to calm down the other person and shift the dynamic of the interaction. People are naturally drawn to those who exhibit composure and confidence, and your controlled facial expressions will encourage others to adopt a similar demeanor. Moreover, your ability to control your facial expressions can help you avoid unnecessary conflicts. If you allow your face to show your irritation or frustration, others will pick up on it, and the situation can quickly escalate. However, if you remain calm and keep a composed expression, you avoid feeding into the negativity and prevent the situation from spiraling out of control. In this way, controlling your facial expressions can help you maintain peace and avoid unnecessary confrontation. There are many situations where your facial expressions can either build or destroy relationships. In the workplace, for example, if you react with frustration or annoyance on your face, it can negatively affect your reputation and interactions with colleagues. On the other hand, a calm and neutral expression can signal professionalism and maturity, leading to greater respect and trust. In personal relationships, your facial expressions are just as important. They can either encourage positive communication or create tension. By mastering the art of controlling your facial expressions, you show others that you are emotionally mature and able to handle challenges with grace. Remember, controlling your facial expressions is not about hiding your emotions or suppressing your feelings. It's about managing your reactions in a way that reflects your inner strength and wisdom. You don't have to react to every situation with visible emotions. Sometimes, showing no reaction at all is the most powerful response you can give. It conveys that you are in control and that no one else can easily manipulate you. Controlling your facial expressions is a powerful tool in your ability to outsmart others without saying a word. By remaining calm, composed, and neutral in your expressions, you maintain control of how others perceive you, gain the respect of those around you, and prevent unnecessary conflict. Your facial expressions, when mastered, can be your greatest asset in maintaining peace and projecting strength. 4. Let people talk, you just listen. In a world filled with noise and constant chatter, sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is stay silent and listen. The art of listening, truly listening, is often underestimated. We are so eager to respond, to share our thoughts, or to offer solutions, that we forget the power of simply giving someone the space to speak. When you let people talk and choose to listen without interruption, you gain the upper hand in many situations. Not only does this show respect for the other person, but it also allows you to gather valuable insights and information that would otherwise be missed if you were focused on speaking. Listening is not just about hearing words, it's about understanding the underlying emotions, intentions, and messages that the other person is conveying. Often, people speak because they are looking for validation, advice, or simply someone to listen to them. By allowing them to express themselves fully, you not only gain their trust, but also give yourself the opportunity to understand their true feelings and needs. In this way, listening becomes a tool of empathy, wisdom, and connection. When you let people talk and listen carefully, you are in a position to understand their perspective fully. You avoid jumping to conclusions or making assumptions about what they mean. Often, people reveal much more when they feel heard. Their body language, tone, and choice of words can tell you things that their surface-level statements might not convey. By simply listening, you gather this unspoken information, which helps you make more informed decisions and responses. Furthermore, letting people talk without interrupting creates a space of trust and respect. People appreciate being heard, and when they feel like you're truly listening, they become more open to sharing their thoughts and feelings. This openness can be invaluable, especially when dealing with complex situations or trying to understand someone's true intentions. As you listen, you build rapport and gain insight into their mindset, which gives you a strategic advantage. Another benefit of listening is that it allows you to avoid unnecessary conflict. When you speak too quickly or offer an opinion without fully understanding the other person's point of view, you risk causing tension. However, by choosing to remain silent and listen, you avoid reacting impulsively. You give yourself the chance to think carefully about your response, making sure it is thoughtful, respectful, and based on a true understanding of the situation. Letting people talk also helps you avoid the trap of becoming overly defensive. In many situations, when we feel attacked or misunderstood, our instinct is to speak up quickly and defend ourselves. However, by listening, you allow the other person to express their concerns fully without feeling the need to defend yourself immediately. This can lead to a more productive and peaceful resolution, as it gives both parties the opportunity to understand each other's point of view. Moreover, listening also provides you with the chance to learn. Every conversation, whether it's with a friend, colleague, or even a stranger, is an opportunity to expand your knowledge and perspective. By listening actively, you open yourself up to new ideas, experiences, and insights that can help you grow as an individual. This continuous learning process can enhance your ability to make better decisions and respond wisely in future situations. Letting people talk and choosing to listen without interruption is a powerful strategy for outsmarting others and gaining a deeper understanding of the world around you. It fosters trust, reduces conflict, and gives you the opportunity to gather valuable information. By listening attentively, you not only show respect to others, but also gain wisdom that can guide you in making informed decisions. In the end, silence and patience can be just as powerful, if not more so, than words in creating meaningful connections and achieving success. 5. Let your deeds speak. In a world full of words, actions have the power to speak louder than anything we could ever say. While we often use words to express our thoughts, beliefs, and opinions, it is our deeds, the things we do, that leave the most lasting impression on others. Our actions tell the true story of who we are, far beyond the superficial layers of words and promises. The beauty of this principle is that you don't have to shout to be heard. Instead, you simply need to live with integrity, consistency, and purpose, and your deeds will resonate more deeply than any words you could speak. This idea is not only true in personal interactions, but is also deeply rooted in Islamic teachings. Islam places great emphasis on the importance of action. Allah does not just care about what we say, but He is most concerned with how we live our lives and how our deeds align with our faith. In a world where many people focus on talking about their values or beliefs, it is often the ones who silently live those values that stand out. It's easy to say we are patient, generous, or kind, but it's through our actions that we truly prove ourselves. For example, patience is a virtue that requires action, not just words. It's not enough to say we are patient. True patience is demonstrated through how we respond in difficult situations, how we treat others, and how we remain calm in the face of adversity. It's through these actions that we reflect our true character. The beauty of letting your deeds speak is that it allows you to remain humble. When we act with sincerity and let our deeds be the evidence of our intentions, we don't need to boast or draw attention to ourselves. True humility comes from focusing on the service of others and on fulfilling our duties to Allah without seeking recognition. In this way, our deeds become our greatest form of communication. The more we focus on living a life of service, honesty, and kindness, the more we align ourselves with the values that are pleasing to Allah. Furthermore, letting your deeds speak helps to create an environment of trust and respect. People can often tell if someone's words do not align with their actions. Inconsistent behavior can lead to doubt and confusion, but when we live according to our values and demonstrate them through our actions, we build credibility and earn the respect of others. This consistency in our behavior not only strengthens our relationships, but also enhances our ability to influence others in positive ways. People trust those whose actions match their words, and when we live authentically, we naturally attract respect and admiration. In terms of outsmarting others without saying a word, allowing your deeds to speak is one of the most powerful strategies. By simply being consistent in your actions, you take away the need for manipulation or deceit. Your authenticity and integrity will shine through, leaving little room for others to question your intentions or try to take advantage of you. People who truly live with intention and purpose are hard to manipulate because their actions speak for themselves. When you let your deeds speak, you remain in control of your narrative, allowing you to outsmart others in a way that is dignified and respectful. We've just uncovered the silent power you hold within, how you can outsmart anyone, not through words, but through your actions, presence, and emotional control. By mastering the art of nonverbal communication, you can make a lasting impact, build stronger relationships, and navigate even the most challenging situations with ease. Remember, sometimes the most powerful statement is made in the silence between words, in the calmness of your demeanor, and in the strength of your actions. If you found these insights helpful, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment to share your thoughts, and subscribe to Deen Xplorers for more motivational and impactful content.